On a campus rich with tradition and culture.
I can.
I can.
I can tailor a degree to chase my dream.
With teachers who go above and beyond.
Making lifelong friends from around the world.
Creating a global alumni network. We are
USC. USC is like my full circle moment in my life. My mom and dad fell in love here in Los Angeles and right up on Vermont Avenue. And the University of Southern California has always permeated my existence.
My dad was born in the villages of India and moved to the US when he was just 13. My mom also attended USC, so when I landed the offer as an early acceptance, I was ecstatic.
I never imagined myself to go to such a big university like USC, and my parents both immigrated here from Vietnam. Very young, my mom was always working multiple jobs. Gave me a really deep appreciation of all their hard work.
My dad went through a lot of racism. He didn't have the best of life, but he was very sharp. And he ended up in the United States, trained and only get shipped out to Vietnam for the war effort. He said, I remember officers calling me boy, making fun of my accent, and he was so focused on making sure that his English was impeccable. And I grew up with that mindset. That's why I think maybe the reason why I wanted to be an English teacher as well.
I did come with the intention to be pre-medicine and attend medical school after college, but by freshman year, first semester, get involved with a club called Med Design, which is a medical device startup incubator here on campus through the Viterbi School of Engineering.
We've developed a height-adjustable prosthetic pylon.
That has inspired me to learn more about the business, and that has led me to get involved in a consulting club through the Marshall School of Business.
I received a late diagnosis of ADHD, and that's what got me really interested in occupational therapy to integrate that parent education on that stigma around mental health, learning differences in the Asian community.
I was in pre-med, and then 9/11 happened. So I enlisted in the Marine Corps. I was seriously injured during training, so I was honorably discharged. My old English teacher from high school was like, hey John, while you're trying to figure out your life, why don't you be a substitute teacher and make some extra money? And I actually loved it. I said, you know what, maybe education might be something I'd like to do. I'm currently working on my doctorate in educational leadership with a concentration in K-12 leadership in urban school settings.
I wasn't covering my entire tuition, so that's why I decided to apply to the APA scholarship, and it's provided a lot of that financial help.
Every bit counts. It made me happier to see there's expectations. You have to serve the community. You got to do this, this, and this. I was like, count me in, I'm down.
I volunteered at a gala, which is always fun, and just a lot of service events. It's amazing to meet the donors and also see my APA family as well. In terms of my experience with USC, it definitely has been everything that I dreamed that it would be.
As I made the decision to apply to USC, my dad was simultaneously diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I promised him, I'm going to finish this degree, and my hope was that it would buy him some time. Unfortunately, he passed away towards the end of my fall semester, my first year. And he actually wore his USC sweater the morning that he passed away. It emboldened me to be more prouder of being a Trojan than ever before. I said, this is personal.
Music has always been a big part of my life. Ever since the age of 8, I've been playing the tabla, which is the Indian classical hand drum from northern India. USC has an amazing class called the World Music class, led by Dr. Scott Spencer. During my sophomore year, I was invited to play the tabla with Sora, which is a Southeast Asian choir started at USC.
I would love the work here.
I'm so sorry. 2 of my good friends are filmmakers. So all of a sudden, I'm working on this movie. It was released nationwide. Now I'm looking at 2 things. One, as an educator who continues to try to boost AAPI retention and recruitment of school leaders, and also AAPI actors.
My dream job actually would be more rooted in pediatrics to kind of create a more warm, neuro-affirming space.
My goal is to become a physician innovator that is really working on how technology can have a role to support patient care. One of my scholarship leads, Dr. Patrick Takahashi, has been an amazing mentor. As a physician himself and coming through USC Keck, I'd really love to follow in his footsteps, making change within the system.
In my first year, I was paired with Sandy Chu and Frank Retzik. We would always call them oh, our USC mom and dad. And a shout out to my current mentors, Leland Nakaoka and Sherilyn Liu, who is an OT by practice. It's always inspiring to have her around me and see where my career can take me as well.
And for all the donors, I count myself as one of them who are extremely grateful for everything that you've done for APAA and for myself. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Fight on.